Welcome to Earth and Conquest. My name is Mike. In this episode of Nemesis Battles, 3 heroic adventurers explore in a haunted forest, where they meet an ambush by Will-o-Wisps and phase spiders. The 3 characters include an eldritch knight fighter, a Circle of the Land druid, and a life domain cleric, all at level 8, and using the rules in the 2024 Player's Handbook of Dungeons & Dragons. The Will-o-Wisps and the phase spiders are challenge rating 2 and 3 creatures in the 2025 Monster Manual. As with all of the episodes of Nemesis Battles, you can follow what happens in the story and in the game mechanics, along with a demonstration in the 3D world builder and virtual tabletop system of RPG stories. For more details about the characters, in the video text description, you can find the web links for the level 8 character sheets in D&D Beyond. You will notice that the characters are optimized in some, but certainly not all of their aspects as individuals and as a team. The Wood Elf Eldritch Knight fighter is named Eldritch. She brings special talents with her fast movement, stealth, and flurries of weapon attacks. Her spellcasting as an Eldritch Knight is limited but effective, mostly for defensive purposes. After years of adventuring, Eldritch has been considering new directions and possibilities for the next chapter in her life. The Forest Gnome Circle of the Land druid is named Jaorn Taran. He ranges through the wilderness, aiming to maintain a healthy balance in all aspects of nature. Jaorn Taran can draw on his diverse spellcasting, druidic wild shape, and other features to adapt with most situations. The Gold Dragonborn Life Domain Cleric is named Varion Vitalimar. He works most effectively when providing healing and teamwork support for his allies. Lately, Varion Vitalimar has been searching for a community where he can settle down and provide religious leadership and guidance. From time to time, these 3 characters have worked together during various adventures. Today, Eldritch, Jaorn Taran, and Varion Vitalimar are in the forest on a diplomatic mission to meet with a group of trolls at a cave den. They aim to restore positive relations with the trolls, working toward a healthy balance of life in this forest region. Recently, the trolls sought revenge for an attack at their cave den, and then the trolls attacked at a forest hamlet, leading to further conflicts, misplaced blame, and growing tragedies. The life domain cleric Varion Vitalimar leads the diplomatic conversations, speaking in the language of giants that the trolls can understand. The trolls accept tentatively to stand down from their hostilities. They would be more trusting of this new arrangement if the 3 adventurers here could do something to show their trustworthiness, such as by helping to solve another problem. Lately, the trolls have been haunted by the words of a witch, torturing them with nightmares of their worst fears. One by one, the trolls awaken from their nightmares with crazed ramblings about needing to follow the lights. One by one, they end up disappearing into a dark part of the forest filled with mysterious fog and spider webs. One such affected troll is here now, mumbling words about following the lights. Possibly sleepwalking, the troll stumbles into the forest. Eldritch, Jaorn Taran, and Varion Vitalimar follow the troll, while announcing to the larger group that they will investigate and solve this problem. During the next hours, the troll leads the group deeper and deeper into the forest. Along the way, the Circle of the Land druid, Jaorn Taran, recalls stories about a witch who lives somewhere in this forest, torturing people with nightmares and luring them into her lair. As the group advances deeper into the forest, the surroundings grow thicker with fog and spiderwebs. In the far distance, tiny points of lights look like people are walking with lanterns, flickering and bobbing through the fog. Immediately, the Eldritch Knight advises caution. The Circle of the Land druid Jaorn Taran notices that the forest animals are nervous here. He casts Speak with Animals with his Forest Gnome spellcasting and without using a spell slot. The forest animals share that whenever they see those mysterious lights in the distance, then they try to move away as quickly as possible. Otherwise, they have seen how trolls and sometimes other creatures follow the flickering lights into the fog and spider webs, never to return. The forest animals are eager to move away from this place, while the druid and his companions follow the troll. The troll quickens its pace, mumbling about following the lights. Secretly among the webs, 2 phase spiders are hiding and waiting for their prey to arrive here. They roll stealth skill checks with results of 8 and 23. One spider is unable to hide, but the other is hidden, at least for now, technically with the invisible condition. The adventurers notice one large spider nearby, but already the troll is moving forward and into the spider webs. The troll rolls a dexterity saving throw to avoid being restrained in the webs. With a result of 15, the troll is not restrained, but the movement immediately disturbs the spider webs and prompts the spiders to move to attack. All of the participants here roll for initiative. The first unhidden phase spider rolls 10, the other hidden and technically invisible phase spider rolls with advantage with a 16. Another 2 spiders currently are in the ethereal plane and undetectable here. They roll with advantage, resulting in 23 and 15. The points of light are in fact for Will-o-Wisps, rolling 26, 17, 28, and 21. The troll is in a dreamlike state, and I imagine that the troll should roll with disadvantage, resulting in 13. The eldritch knight rolls 22. The land druid rolls 3. The life cleric rolls 11. In the initiative order, 2 of the Will-o-Wisps will act first, followed by the phase spider currently in the ethereal plane, then the eldritch knight, another 2 Will-o-Wisps, 2 more phase spiders, then the troll, the life cleric, the unhidden phase spider, and lastly the land druid. The areas with webs are difficult terrain. Whenever a creature enters such a space or starts its turn here, then it must make a dexterity saving throw or else become restrained. Other rules apply for creatures trying to escape a webbing restraint or to damage an area of webbing. I will clarify these parts whenever they will become relevant. Notably, the phase spiders are unaffected by the webs, and they automatically know the locations of other creatures who are touching the same webs. Furthermore, the Will-o-Wisps can use their incorporeal movement to pass through the webs as difficult terrain, but without any risk of becoming restrained. In round 1, the first Will-o-Wisp uses its fly speed of 50 feet and incorporeal movement to enter into melee contact with the life cleric. Just for a moment, the cleric hears the mournful call of a lost soul coming from the flickering lights. The wisp lashes out with its electrical shock, missing the cleric with a roll of 15 against the armor class of 16. As a bonus action, the Will-o-Wisp vanishes, gaining the invisible condition. It already used its full movement, and it maintains its position here. The next Will-o-Wisp moves to attack the troll. The shock attack roll is 22 against the armor class of 15. It delivers 15 lightning damage. As a bonus action, the Will-o-Wisp vanishes. It holds its position next to the troll. Currently in the ethereal plane, a phase spider moves and uses its bonus action to appear in melee contact with the eldritch knight. It makes its first bite attack with advantage coming from an unseen starting point. The attack roll of 19 is blocked by the eldritch knight's reaction of a parrying move with her defensive duelist feat. The second bite attack roll is a natural 20 for a critical hit. All the damage dice are doubled. The critical hit produces 16 piercing damage and 20 poison damage. The eldritch knight suddenly drops to 24 of her total 60 hit points. The eldritch knight fighter, eldritch, begins her flurry of weapon attacks against the phase spider. The first attack roll with the scimitar is 18, hitting against the armor class of 14. It brings 11 slashing damage. The Nick weapon mastery allows an extra attack with a different light weapon in another hand. The Nick attack with the short sword hits the phase spider. It produces 8 slashing damage. The Vex weapon mastery grants advantage on the eldritch knight's next attack roll against this target. With advantage, the regular second attack with the short sword hits again. It generates the minimum 6 piercing damage. The Vex weapon mastery applies again. The eldritch knight uses her action surge for another 2 attacks. With the Vex advantage, the short sword hits yet again. It produces again the minimum 6 piercing damage, but the Vex continues. The final short sword attack with the Vex advantage hits once more. Again, it produces the minimum 6 slashing damage, but it does apply the Vex weapon mastery again. The phase spider is seriously injured, retaining only 8 of its total 45 hit points. As a bonus action, Eldritch uses her second wind to regain 13 hit points. She could use her tactical shift to move without provoking opportunity attacks, but she wants to stay in her current position. Another Will-o-Wisp moves into the combat. With a mournful cry, it attacks the eldritch knight. The shock attack roll is 14, missing the target. As a bonus action, the Will-o-Wisp vanishes. It becomes invisible. One more Will-o-Wisp moves into the combat. It can reach only as far as the troll. A shock attack roll of 21 hits against the armor class of 15. It generates 13 lightning damage. As a bonus action, this Will-o-Wisp vanishes and becomes invisible. One phase spider previously was hidden, and now it moves out to attack the eldritch knight. Because of the long distance of the movement, it loses the benefits of being hidden or invisible. It makes 2 bite attacks. The first bite attack roll of 18 misses against the current armor class of 20. The second bite attack roll of 11 misses. As a bonus action, the phase spider uses its ethereal jaunt. It disappears into the ethereal plane. Within the ethereal plane, another phase spider moves and uses its bonus action to appear in melee contact with the land druid, making its first bite attack with advantage. The attack roll of 9 misses against the armor class of 15. The second bite attack roll of 10 misses the target. The troll begins its turn with regenerating 15 hit points. Starting its turn inside a web, the troll must make a dexterity saving throw. With a result of 5, the troll is restrained. The troll could attempt to break free from the webbing. In this case, though, the troll does not yet comprehend what is happening right now. The troll does not even remember how it came to be here, while it still is suffering from the nightmares inflicted by the forest witch. The life domain cleric, Varian Vitalimar, recognizes that his group is outnumbered. He casts Spirit Guardians with a 3rd level spell slot, generating an emanation of radiant energy. He designates his allies to be unaffected by this spell. Everyone else within the emanation will encounter difficult terrain and could be subjected to radiant damage. At first, just by appearing right now, the emanation does not cause any damage. The radiant damage can happen whenever the emanation enters into a creature's space, as well as whenever a creature first enters into the emanation or ends its turn inside there. For now, Varian Vitalimar can move toward one phase spider, bringing the Spirit Guardian's emanation to affect this one opponent. The phase spider rolls a wisdom saving throw. With a result of 11, the spider suffers the full damage of the Spirit Guardians, amounting to 12 radiant damage. The phase spider falls with 0 hit points. It has been defeated. The last phase spider here was unsuccessful with hiding earlier. It moves to attack, reaching as far as the troll. It makes 2 bite attacks. The first attack roll is 10, missing the armor class of 15. The second attack roll is 11, missing again. As a bonus action, the phase spider uses its ethereal jaunt. It disappears into the ethereal plane. The Circle of the Land Druid, Jaorn Taran, evaluates the situation of the battlefield. He decides to cast Moonbeam with a 2nd level spell slot. A beam of moonlight shines down, filling a column of 5-foot radius with radiant energy, generating 11 radiant damage. One phase spider is within the moonbeam. It rolls a constitution saving throw. With a result of 10, the spider suffers the full amount of 11 radiant damage, now standing with 34 of its 45 hit points. For as long as the druid can continue to concentrate on the moonbeam, he can move the column of radiant energy up to 60 feet during each of his next turns. The moonbeam can continue to cause damage as an emanation, similar to the cleric's Spirit Guardians spell. At the end of round 1, the ambush is not going as well as what the phase spiders and the Will-o-Wisps usually might expect when ambushing a solitary troll or another creature who has been lured into this place. Nonetheless, they still could use their numbers and their special features of phasing or invisibility to overcome their opponents. Meanwhile, the 3 adventurers could choose among many options of how to manage through this situation. In round 2, the first Will-o-Wisp uses its shock attack against the light cleric. It rolls with advantage due to the invisible condition. A result of 15 misses against the armor class of 16. The attack action made the Will-o-Wisp become visible while releasing a mournful cry of a lost spirit. It now uses its bonus action to vanish again, regaining the invisible condition. While invisible, the Will-o-Wisp uses its 50 feet of fly speed to move away as far as it can from the Spirit Guardians. It moves at half speed through the emanation, and then at its full speed outside the emanation. The next Will-o-Wisp uses the same approach, but it attacks the troll. With advantage due to invisibility, the shock attack roll of 14 misses against the armor class of 15. The Will-o-Wisp becomes visible only for a moment. It uses its bonus action to vanish again. The Eldritch Knight fighter, Eldritch, moves to attack the phase spider that was damaged by the druid's moonbeam. The first attack with a scimitar hits the phase spider. The scimitar produces the minimum 6 slashing damage, and it applies the Nick weapon mastery. The extra Nick attack with a short sword is 13, missing against the armor class of 14. The second regular short sword attack is 22, hitting the target. It generates 11 piercing damage. It applies the Vex weapon mastery for advantage on the Eldritch Knight's next attack against this opponent. The phase spider is reduced to 17 of his total 45 hit points. As a bonus action, Eldritch uses her second wind feature again. She regains 17 hit points, now standing with 54 of her total 60 hit points. The next Will-o-Wisp appears and makes a shock attack at the Eldritch Knight. With advantage of being invisible, a result of 21 is blocked by the Eldritch Knight's reaction of casting the Shield spell, boosting her armor class up to 22. Only for a brief moment with the attack, the Will-o-Wisp becomes visible. It uses its bonus action to vanish again. While invisible, the Will-o-Wisp avoids opportunity attacks and moves away. Its movement is slow while in the Spirit Guardian's emanation, but then it can fly farther out to a safe position. The last Will-o-Wisp here attacks the Troll. With advantage of being invisible, the shock attack roll of 8 misses against the armor class of 15. The Will-o-Wisp loses its invisibility with the attack action, but now it uses its bonus action to vanish and regain the invisible condition. Currently in the ethereal plane, a phase spider moves and uses its bonus action of an ethereal step to appear in melee contact with the Eldritch Knight. It makes 2 bite attacks. The first bite attack is with advantage while appearing here. The result of 21 is blocked by the active shield spell, granting an armor class of 22. The second bite attack roll of 22 misses again. When appearing here, the phase spider entered into the Spirit Guardians. The emanation produces 16 radiant damage. The phase spider rolls a Constitution saving throw. A result of 13 fails, bringing the full 16 radiant damage. The phase spider moves away to escape from the Spirit Guardians. The Eldritch Knight already used her reaction to cast the shield spell, and her reaction no longer is available to make an opportunity attack against the fleeing phase spider. Given the difficult terrain of the Spirit Guardians, the phase spider just barely can move far enough to escape from the emanation. The phase spider inside the moonbeam makes 2 bite attacks at the druid. The first attack roll of 9 misses against the armor class of 15. The second bite attack roll is 20, hitting the target. It produces 8 piercing damage and 15 poison damage. The land druid rolls a Constitution saving throw to concentrate on the moonbeam spell. With advantage of the warcaster feat, a result of 15 succeeds. The concentration continues. As a bonus action, the phase spider uses its ethereal jaunt to disappear into the ethereal plane. The troll begins its turn inside the spider webs with the restrained condition. The troll uses its action to try to break free from the restraint. With an athletics skill check of 12, the result is enough for the troll to become free. The troll continues to be puzzled by whatever is happening. The troll decides to move back, away from the restraining webs. The Will-o-Wisps do not make opportunity attacks when the troll moves away, or else they would lose their invisible conditions. The Life Domain Cleric, Varian Vitalimar, offers calming words to the troll, saying that he and his companions are here to help. The cleric considers how the floating and flickering lights resemble the mournful spirits. They are invisible right now, but probably they remain somewhere in the vicinity. The cleric rolls a religion skill check. With a result of 27, Varian Vitalimar concludes that the spots of lights are in fact Will-o-Wisps, known to be undead creatures. As his action, the Life Domain Cleric uses his Channel Divinity to turn undead or sear undead. He chooses to affect all of the undead creatures who happen to be within the range of 30 feet, even though currently he cannot see where they are. The 2 Will-o-Wisps nearest to the troll are within the range of 30 feet. They roll wisdom saving throws to resist the cleric's divine power. With results of 8 and 6, they both fail. The 2 Will-o-Wisps suffer 22 radiant damage, now retaining only 5 of their total 27 hit points. Furthermore, they suffer the frightened and incapacitated conditions. During their next turns, they must try to move as far away as they can from the cleric, and they can do nothing else. The Light Domain Cleric, Varian Vitalimar, reassures the troll that he is a friend. He steps away from the troll, and the troll is not inclined to attempt an opportunity attack against a probable friend. The cleric moves toward the most seriously wounded phase spider, bringing the Spirit Guardian's emanation into contact with its spider. The emanation produces 15 radiant damage. The phase spider rolls a Constitution saving throw, resulting in 12 for the full damage. Within the ethereal plane, another phase spider moves and uses its bonus action to appear next to the gnome, making 2 bite attacks. While appearing here, the first bite is with advantage. A result of 14 misses against the armor class of 15. The second bite attack roll of 11 misses again. Because the phase spider phased into the Spirit Guardians, the emanation produces 15 radiant damage. With a Constitution saving throw of 18, the phase spider sustains only half of the damage. The phase spider begins to move away, trying to escape from the Spirit Guardians. The land druid makes an opportunity attack using the warcaster feat to cast Shocking Grasp. The attack roll of 17 hits against the armor class of 14. The Shocking Grasp generates 14 lightning damage. After moving at half speed through the Spirit Guardians, the phase spider manages to escape into a safe position. The circle of the land druid, Jaorn Taron, ascertains that his opponents here are on the verge of fleeing from the battle. The druid uses his action to move the moonbeam. The moonbeam passes over the phase spider who just now moved away from the druid. The moonbeam generates 12 radiant damage. With a Constitution saving throw of 6, the spider suffers the full amount of damage. The druid continues to move the moonbeam with just enough movement to reach the other phase spider here. The moonbeam generates 18 radiant damage. The spider rolls a constitution saving throw. A result of 14 fails. The spider falls with 0 hit points. It is defeated. At the end of round 2, the remaining phase spiders and the Will-o-Wisps are aware that the ambush is not going as planned. They will not survive another round of this combat. 2 of the Will-o-Wisps have been seared and nearly destroyed by the cleric's divine power, and they will use their next turns to fly away. The others decide to retreat now while they still can do so. The 3 adventurers hold their ground until they can confirm that their opponents are retreating. Now they shift their attention to the troll who wandered into this place, mumbling about following the lights. The light domain cleric, Varian Vitalimar, can surmise that the troll's mind is not entirely clear. The troll could be possessed or controlled by an outside force, perhaps related to the reported nightmares. The cleric casts the spell Protection from Evil and Good, without using a spell slot as part of his magic initiate feature. Instantly, the troll regains its normal thoughts. The troll remembers the torture of nightmares and the voice of a witch, telling him to follow the lights. The troll is anxious to move away from this place and to return back to the troll cave den. A thicker fog moves to enshroud the 3 adventurers. Among the chilly fog, a faint whisper emerges, growing louder until it transforms into the voice of an elderly woman. She declares that the new-coming visitors have harmed her pets, and now they will need to face the consequences for what they have done. Eldritch demands to know who is speaking in this way. The voice responds that some people call her the Forest Witch. She dares the adventurers to step deeper into the forest. She will be waiting for them. The 3 adventurers agree that they will find the Forest Witch and confront her, aiming to stop her from torturing anyone else with the nightmares and luring them into danger. Our story will continue with Nemesis Battles. For now, in the comment section, your ideas and suggestions will improve the next episodes. What could have happened differently so far? What could happen next? As always, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.